You got your own chair for a reason. Ah, my head! Good boy. You got your own chair for a reason. Good morning, world, and welcome back to Accelerate and episode 2 of Table Talk. Now, the TT RS is going to be advertised in the next couple of weeks. Sadly, it is going.
Yep.
So what we thought we'd do today is go through 5 things that Kenny loves and hates about the car. You've owned it for
6 months now.
6 months,
Yeah,
so obviously you've got to know it quite well.
Yeah, I've only done, I think, 2,000 miles in it, to be honest.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, we just thought to give you a list of what we like, well, what I personally like and what I don't like. So if you've got a TT RS, this doesn't necessarily make it your problems. This is all my opinions.
Yeah, this is not 5 things we love and hate about TT RSs. This is yours specifically.
Yes, yeah.
So let's get stuck in then.
Right, okay, well, first thing I love, I'm going to start with a love list, is I actually love the styling of the car. Exterior wise, I love the lines. I think it looks quite modern for an 11-year-old car now.
I think it's a really classic shape. I think they've done it really well.
Yeah.
Really classic shape.
Yeah.
And even for a 10-year-old car, it still looks modern.
Yeah, definitely. Well, as I said to you, different angles and stuff you look at the car, especially if you look over the rear quarter of it, it just reminds me, because of the flared arches, the flared rear quarters, it reminds me a lot of a Porsche. Obviously, Audi, Porsche.
Yes.
Yeah. A lot of people say they're girls' cars.
I was one of them.
Yeah. But I think that RS really does stand out. That's why a lot of people do convert this to an RS style.
There's a big difference in the RS compared to the standard one.
Yeah,
I will give them that.
Definitely. Interior, I still think it's quite modern, although it is quite bland, which I think is what helps make it more modern.
Works in its favour.
Definitely.
Timeless sort of thing.
Yeah. Everything's comfy about it. All the buttons are nice. They're clicky nice. I know it sounds really weird, but everything does feel really, really quality on the interior of it.
Typical German.
Yeah. To be honest, I prefer the interiors of Audis to BMWs.
I hate to admit, I mean, I'm a Kima guy through and through, but
they are so much better.
They nail it.
Right, second thing we love, what I love, is the engine noise and exhaust tone on the car.
Well, first of all, let's say, being the RS, it's a 2.5 5-cylinder, and that is what gives it that unique tone.
Yeah, it does. It almost sounds supercar-esque.
Yeah, it's definitely unusual to the point where if you hear it, any car guy, it makes my...
Everyone does turn, you know, if we start accelerating down the road, everyone does turn and look and what that, you know, what's that?
Yep.
So we'll put a video up of the old exhaust clip. And some drive-bys of the new exhaust setup I got on it.
Yeah, just to run quickly, I mean, when you first had it, it was a straight pipe.
It was a race pipe. He had Scorpion make him a race section, and the flap one working, which it was just seized inside. And he said to me it wouldn't make a difference. He said because it was a race system, it was just. If I was younger, mint.
Yeah.
No.
But I remember being sat in there idling, and Audi make quality interiors, but it was still shaking the interior.
Everything was buzzing in there.
Yeah.
So but now I think it sounds absolutely bang on.
Yeah, because you've gone from so what was essentially a straight pipe.
Well, it's got a sports cat on it. In the corner, which I'll hold up later, is the actual decap pipe.
Oh.
I put a sports cat on there now. You can see through it. I don't know what's cat about it like.
Just with that little thing, it's changed the tone completely.
And it's changed the driving experience too.
Spot on. Yeah.
You know, because it was like, oh my god, it was just shaking the crap out of everything. So number 3 is the power delivery. The way this thing puts the power down onto the road, like nothing I've ever owned before. Because
you've owned some powerful cars, some high-powered turbo cars.
Yeah, supercharged, turbocharged.
Yeah, but like you're saying with this, and you said yourself, turbo cars have a tendency for the power to drop off at the top, which is a turbo thing, unfortunately. But
this don't. No. This pulls all the way to the red line. This thing just, as soon as that boost comes in, it just gets you nailed in that seat.
The TT 500 is a popular upgrade. Am I right in saying?
I think so. It's a very pricey. I think fitted is $5,000.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So if it's for anyone watching who's considering it or has got would you recommend it?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'd recommend a TD 700 because I imagine that's even more crazy.
Yes.
But yeah, the way you can just literally pin it anywhere in any condition, and the power will just hold itself down, and off you go.
Talk and the talk is just
absolutely
always there.
Yeah. So number 4 is the road presence.
Yeah.
What I mean by that is everywhere I go with it, set of lights, driving past, people stop and they stare at it.
Yep. Catch your head or not. I mean, you get oh, what is that?
Yeah, well, I had a guy outside the other week. He asked me what R8 it was.
Which is a compliment. It is a compliment.
But I was like, no, mate, it's a TT. I think it's because we've got all the different bits on it, and it's got the oval exhaust. To the average person.
A low Audi like that, people just assume it is an R8 because, as I said, the width of it, the presence
of it. It's got the rear diffuser, so I suppose, but...
For someone who hasn't got a clue.
No, I did correct him. I wasn't like, this is great, So number 5 of things I love, last but not least, maybe least, is the handling. This thing, you can chuck it into any bend and it will literally just go round whatever you want it to.
Yeah.
And I mean anything I've thrown it at.
I was really
you were impressed the other week,
It blew my mind. We were driving quickly and the way you threw it into the corner, but it was so composed.
Yeah, well I've heard a lot of people complaining about understeer on them.
Oh really?
A lot of people complain about understeer on these TVs.
Right.
I don't know if it's because it's got the BC racing coilovers on it, but I have never experienced understeer in this car.
The thing is, you've got the BCs, you've got PS4s, so you've got everything to complement.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the trick.
True. Yeah.
Because the way you were slinging, I mean, I was impressed with.
Yeah. Well,
there was no drama.
It was indoor roundabout, left, right, and then left up a hill. Chasing a 535, a new one, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, 535 diesel. And we caught him pretty quick, I know those things ain't no slouches, but
no.
Yeah, that was the first time I actually got to throw the car into a bend properly in the dry.
Because even you were sort of like, oh wow.
Yeah, I was. So that's obviously down to the Haldex system as well.
Yeah.
I think that wraps it up for the love.
Yeah,
jump onto the hate.
I agree with that. Yeah.
So the first thing I hate about it is the handling and the Haldex system.
Really?
Yeah, it's too composed for what I'm used to. I'm always on rear-wheel drive, mainly rear-wheel drive cars.
Yeah.
And it's it gives you a thrill. You are literally on the edge when you are full throttle. You're going into bends. You are playing with the throttle to make sure obviously she doesn't step out on you. This thing is foot on the floor and it just turning.
So knowing you, would you agree that if you want track times, to get the best time, it's ideal. But I know for someone like you who likes,
I do like chucking the car out, the back end.
And you like to feel what's going on, and
there's not a lot
to scare you a bit.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's not a lot of feedback through the steering. I've always liked to feel a car on the edge. Not the greatest driver out there, but I am a pretty good driver. I would say. That's I would say is also a downside as opposed to a love.
Yeah.
So. Second thing I hate about the car is the RS tax. Now, since I've owned it 6 months. I've only driven it 2,000 miles.
Yeah.
I've spent over $2,000 on it.
Yeah, well over $2,000
on it. Yeah. When I first bought it, the clutch started slipping. It had a Haldex 6-pack. That was on there when I bought it. That was slipping, and the guy had only done about 7,000 miles on it. I think the flywheel, I don't think he changed that as well.
Yeah.
So I bought a brand new LUK flywheel and a brand new Sachs organic clutch, which was recommended to me by MRC because I wanted something a bit more daily driving. I am happy with the clutch, but you do need to get a bit of temperature in it just to make it work.
Yeah.
If you just try taking it out, let the engine warm up to temperature and just try booting it, it will slip a little bit. Yeah. However, as soon as you just get that little bit of heat through it without making it slip, obviously, it performs bang on. But I think the clutch, flywheel and fitting cost me around $2,000.
Yeah.
So the next thing I hate, number 3, is the Bose sound system.
Really?
Yeah, well I know they come as an optional extra, so I wanted it because I do like my music.
Yeah, Bose is the one usually.
It doesn't handle the power very well, so you just have any bass to it. It's not the best. It's down low, it's okay.
Yeah.
But obviously I had the Harman Kardon sound system in the E46 M3.
That was good.
No, I really think that was a really good system, especially for a 2002 car.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, so that was fantastic. But this one, yeah, I'm really not impressed with it.
Wow. Okay.
Unfortunately, and it also doesn't have Bluetooth.
That's surprising.
Exactly. That's what I say. For a car like that, it should have Bluetooth connectivity. You can buy little adapters, and but
you
shouldn't have to on
no, especially with the TT RS.
40 grand plus. From new.
Easily. Yeah.
Hate number 4 is road presence again.
Wow, love hating.
Yeah, it totally is.
Yeah.
Right, the problem with the road presence is everywhere you take it, you always get a 1 Series up your ass or a Golf, and they want to race you.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this those cars mainly because just usually 118D drivers and people with Golf GTIs or whatever they want to be.
I would say I used to get it in I had a Mark IV Supra, and I used to have the same. I love when people want to come up and talk to me. If they pull up next to you, thumbs up, fantastic. But it's when you get people in something like a 1 Series that have got a real attitude problem, that genuinely think that their car is the fastest thing on the planet, and they just want. I've had people cutting in front of me, cutting through traffic. You crack on, but
exactly.
I completely
I
agree
would
on
put them in
that.
danger, at the end of the day. Last thing that I hate about the car is that I love the car.
Ah, my head! Come on, Ken, talk us through it.
Right, I would love to be able to keep it. I would love to be able to stick it in a garage and take it out on the weekends, which is pretty much what I do anyway.
Yeah.
But I also need a project car. I need something to work on, I need something to build. Otherwise, I get bored, and this is the reason my car history is insane.
Yeah. That's why the bike's in bits, because you just need something to take apart.
Yeah, exactly. But with regards to the car, I'd love to be able to keep it. If I had the money and another garage, I would keep it and just use it when I want to use it.
A lot of other cars you've owned, you're like, I'll just sell it, because I don't mind, I just want another car, but you do like...
I really do, that's why I think I've been putting it off so long. I was like, in January, I was like, I'm going to sell it next week, I'm selling it next week. But, so I think that wraps it up, what I love and hate about it.
I think that's one thing to take away, the amount of cars you've owned. And even me seeing how you are with the car, I know that is a special car to you.
I do baby it, I really do look after it.
I mean, obviously you love the car, this is not a dig at the car, I mean, you love it, like you said, if you could keep it, you would.
Yes, for sure.
But I was really curious to see what the top 5 things, because I know that you love the car, so I was curious, and I'm sure many people out there would be. And if anyone is looking to buy it, then...
buy one, I would recommend it. I've never driven a standard one.
Yeah.
But I've heard really good things.
Yeah, hope you enjoyed, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, please. And we will see you in the next one.
Oh, hang on, before we go. Next week, we have got a Super Saloon Challenge coming up. So I'm not going to say too much about it, but definitely stay tuned for that one. We got 2 Super Saloons, I would say.
It's going to be our first challenge video.
Yeah, we're really excited for this.
Me and you head to head.
Yeah.
We've each got a car, a list of challenges.
Yeah, we're going to see not what's best, because that's not what it's all about. It's just what would be better for different people. So they're both really good cars, I would say.
My car's better.
I'm just trying to soften him up, ready. I don't like just to, give him a full knockout blow straight away, but we'll see. But that'll be great, I can't wait for that. Yeah, that's going to be a good one. So stay tuned for that one. It's going to be interesting. So we will see you in the next one. Then.